Hello and welcome to English Manna. This grammar lesson is on mixed conditionals. If you are not 100% confident with the standard conditionals and haven't yet seen my other video on conditionals, I would suggest you watch it first, then come back to this video. Otherwise, you could end up quite confused. For those feeling confident, let's proceed. First, a quick review of the tenses and time references of the standard conditionals. With a zero conditional, the verb tenses are the present simple and present simple again. The time reference is anytime and the situation is real. With the first conditional, the verb tenses are the present simple and the future tense using will. The time it refers to is the future and the situation is also real. With the second conditional, the verb tenses are the past simple with the future tense using would. The time it refers to is any time and the situation is unreal, or it could refer to the past in a real situation. Finally, the third conditional uses the verb tenses the past perfect and the future perfect, and the time it refers to is the past and the situation is unreal. Let's have a quick look at some examples of those conditionals, thinking about the time references. Zero conditional. If he runs fast, his knee hurts. That is a real situation that is always true. First conditional. If we ask her, she will tell us. That's a real situation, talking about the future. Now for second conditional, remember that it could be either unreal or real. So first we have the unreal. If they had a pool, they would swim every day. Now the real. If they were too busy, they would order pizza. Third conditional. If she had seen the movie, she would have loved it. That is an unreal situation in the past. Now, as I mentioned, those are the standard conditionals, which you should already know. Mixed conditionals involve mixing the time references, where the first part of the sentence, the condition, and the second part of the sentence, the result, refer to different times. Now remember, we are talking about the time references here, not the verb tenses. Here are the combinations. Past with present, past with future, present with past, present with future, future with past, and future with present. Okay, the next thing we will do is to insert the possible verb tenses into these combinations. Watch carefully. Look at the screen for a while and analyze it. There are patterns that will help you remember. For the condition, past is always had done, present is always did, and future is usually were doing. For the result, past is always would have done, while present and future are the same, either would do or would be doing. You'll probably want to come back to this screen later on as a reference when you try to make your own sentences. And now, as always, we will look at sentence examples to learn this grammar. I have included time words like yesterday, now, and next week to make it easier to understand the time references. Let's start with the past conditions. We will look at both past and present, as well as past and future. First, past with present. If I had studied science at university, I would have a better job today. If you hadn't given us the wrong directions earlier, we would be arriving at the airport by now. Now the past with future. If he hadn't broken his ankle last week, he would go, or he would be going, skiing with us this weekend. If we had won the match yesterday, we would play, or we would be playing, in the final this Sunday. And now, the present conditions. We will look at the present with the past, as well as present with future. First, the present and past. If she liked sponge cake, we would have saved some for her last night. If we were more fit, we would have reached the top of the hill yesterday. Now the present with future. If I played basketball, I would join, or I would be joining, your team next season. If he had a car, he would drive, or he would be driving to the airport tomorrow. Lastly, the future conditions. A bit harder to understand, but let's take it slowly. Once again, we'll look at future with past, as well as future with present. First, the future with past. If we were traveling to Europe next month, we would have applied for visas several weeks ago. If she were taking the exam next week, she wouldn't have thrown out all her books last month. Now future with the present. If he were having, or if he had the presentation tomorrow, he would be very anxious today. If I were expecting, or if I expected a big dinner tonight, I wouldn't be having a big lunch now. Right, now that I've shown you the structures and the examples, the best way to learn the mixed conditionals is to refer back to the charts in this video, look at them one group at a time, make your own sentences, preferably based on real-life situations, and say them out loud as you picture the situations in your mind. With time, patience, and practice, you will get there. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.